Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really big question. As AI gets more and more powerful, how do we make sure it's actually being used ethically and responsibly? We're going to break down a brand new model that's trying to do just that.
All right, let's start right here, because this quote hits the nail on the head. In California, new laws are already on the books that demand transparency and auditability for any organization using AI. So, this isn't some far-off future problem. It is a right-now problem.
So yeah, these new state laws are a huge deal. They basically say if you're using AI systems, you have to be able to show your work. They need to be transparent and auditable. And that is a massive challenge for so many organizations, especially when you think about fields like healthcare or nonprofits, where the stakes are just incredibly high. The real issue here, the thing you've got to talk about, is this deep and frankly dangerous skills gap. See, you've got compliance officers who get the law inside and out, but maybe not the algorithms. Then on the other side, you've got the tech teams who are building this incredible AI, but they're often totally in the dark about the governance standards or the legal exposure. It's like they're speaking two completely different languages, which, in the age of AI, can lead to some absolutely massive risks. So, the big question is, how in the world do you bridge that gap? Well, that's where two very specialized organizations come into the picture, each one tackling a different side of the exact same coin.
Okay, so on one side, you've got AI care agents 24/7. Think of them as the compliance and curriculum gurus. They manage the official certification for what are going to be California certified AI compliance officers. And then on the other side, you have the growth stack. They bring the muscle, the powerful AI-driven technology that can actually deliver, track, and measure all this training with some really deep analytics and personalization.
And here's the genius part. Instead of just working in their own separate silos, they've decided to combine their unique strengths to create one really powerful new solution.
They're calling it a human-centered, data-verified model. And honestly, that phrase just perfectly sums it up. Human-centered means the curriculum is all about ethics, human oversight, and real-world risk management. But then data-verified means they use technology to get measurable proof that the training is actually sticking and that people are truly ready to do their jobs.
So this partnership is a fully integrated system. AI Care Agents 24/7 brings the what, that's the expert curriculum that's perfectly aligned with state principles. The growth stack brings the how, the AI-driven platform. And the result of all this? A workforce readiness dashboard. It's a real-time visual tool that lets leaders see exactly what's going on, monitor progress, spot any competency gaps, and prove their teams are prepared.
So how does this all actually work in practice? Well, the whole program is called the California AI Compliance Workforce Accelerator, and it's built on a really clear three-pillar framework. You've got these three pillars, right? The training, the leadership dashboards, and the scalable certification. They're all designed to work together to build capacity, to build confidence, and ultimately to build a real culture of compliance. Pillar 1 is all about hands-on training. We're not talking about abstract theory here. Participants actually work through simulated audits and real-world case studies, so they become agile thinkers who can weave ethics right into the design of AI systems from the very beginning. Then you have the second pillar, which is all about empowering leadership. Those data dashboards we talked about, they let supervisors see exactly where their teams are strong and where they might need a little more support. It completely changes the game, turning compliance from just a top-down order into a truly collaborative process. And, of course, it helps demonstrate the ROI of the training. And the third pillar is a scalable certification system. This gives organizations secure, auditable records for their credentials. It's tangible, undeniable proof for regulators, for the board, for funders, proof that their staff is certified and truly compliant. So, what's the big picture here? What's the grand vision? Well, this is about so much more than just a single training program. This is really about building an entirely new generation of professionals who are ready for this AI-driven economy.
The initial goal is pretty ambitious. They want to train over 100 professionals to become the very first wave of California's certified AI compliance officers, or CCIACOs. And look, this is not just some Silicon Valley thing. This is a blueprint that's designed to be scaled and replicated across all 58 of California's counties, from the tech hubs in the Bay Area all the way to the agricultural heartland.
And what's the promise they're making to organizations? The system gives them 100% visibility over all their compliance efforts. Now, for anyone who's ever had to go through an audit, you know that is an absolute game changer.
And they are not wasting any time. This whole initiative is moving fast. A 60-day pilot is set to kick off in January 2026, with the full launch happening in March.
And this all brings us to one final, really provocative thought. Yeah, this program is starting in California, but it poses a much bigger question. What if this model for merging ethics and technology could redefine not just AI compliance, but workforce training as a whole, everywhere?